DNA Replication by
Avery,
Holly, and
Kylie.
Now, before we begin, let's take a look at DNA's key players. So, as we all know, DNA is in the shape of a double helix, and inside are nucleotides, which are held together by hydrogen bonds. DNA is held together with the help of its sugar phosphate backbone.
Now let's look at the models of DNA's key players. We have sugar and phosphate, which form nucleotides with our nitrogenous bases, which are adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. Then we have the enzymes helicase, topoisomerase, DNA primer, DNA polymerase, and ligase.
Now here we have a strand of DNA. These are hydrogen bonds. These are the nucleotides and the sugar phosphate backbone. This is topoisomerase. It helps to unwind the DNA and prevent it from supercoiling. This is helicase. It helps with unwinding the DNA and it carries out the unzipping of the two strands.
This is DNA primer. It's the starting point of DNA synthesis and helps DNA polymerase begin. This is DNA polymerase. It is in charge of forming new copies of DNA and nucleic acid molecules, also known as nucleotides, and can only move in the 5' to 3' direction.
This strand here is known as the leading strand. This strand is synthesized discontinuously by DNA polymerase, which makes it the leading strand. Now the bottom strand is synthesized discontinuously, which then creates Okazaki fragments. These are fragments of DNA that are not connected to each other. These only occur in the leading strand. This is ligase, the glue of DNA replication, and its purpose is to bring the DNA strand together. The second strand is known as the lagging strand. This strand is synthesized discontinuously. This strand is the lagging strand because it is synthesized in an anti-parallel direction to the leading strand.
Now, in the end of DNA replication, we end up with two identical strands of DNA.
The process DNA goes through is semi-conservative replication because the two new strands contain half of the parent strand and half of the newly synthesized strand. This process occurs in interphase.
The end. Thank you for watching. Oh, and this is one of my doggos enjoying some nucleic acids.